Have you ever realized how just a few moments of intense anger can cause far more damage than you ever expected? Picture this. Within the span of a single finger snap, relationships can be strained, and entire days can be thrown off course. It's quite striking, isn't it? How one brief moment of anger can hold such immense and destructive power. But what if I told you that this very force, when understood and properly directed, could serve as an incredible tool for personal growth and resilience? Today, we take a deep dive into the timeless yet strikingly relevant philosophy of Stoicism. It's not merely about enduring adversity, but about reshaping our responses to it, leading to greater clarity and inner peace. I encourage you to be a part of this discussion. Share your thoughts and personal experiences with anger in the comments below. How willing are you to explore Stoic methods for mastering your emotions? If you're someone who values self-improvement and enjoys challenging your own perspectives, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Spread the wisdom and help others discover the power of Stoicism. And if you have doubts about what Stoicism can truly offer, stay tuned. This video is packed with insights that may just shift your perspective. Together, we won't only discuss theory, but also practical applications of Stoicism in handling anger, with real-life examples and actionable strategies. This promises to be an enlightening journey, so watch until the end to gain a complete understanding of how to transform anger from a harmful force into a constructive one. Let's begin. Understanding the burst of anger. Have you ever found yourself caught in a heated argument? Heart pounding, words escaping your lips that you immediately regret? That sudden surge of anger, where did it come from? It often feels like a switch has been flipped inside us. One moment, everything seems fine, and in the next, we're swept away by an overwhelming wave of emotion, seemingly beyond our control. This is what I call the burst of anger. A sudden release that can disrupt not only your day, but potentially your life. Think about the last time you felt this surge of rage. Was it a disagreement with a friend? Frustration at work? We've all experienced it. Anger isn't just a simple feeling. It's a complex reaction that often leads to regrettable words and actions, leaving behind a trail of strained relationships and missed opportunities for understanding. But what if I told you there was another way to handle these outbursts? This is where Stoic wisdom becomes invaluable. Stoics teach us that while we may not control every circumstance we face, we always have control over how we respond. It's not about repressing anger or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about recognizing that moment of eruption and consciously choosing a different path. Stoicism provides us with tools to pause, reflect, and respond instead of reacting impulsively. It urges us to examine anger through the lens of awareness and understanding. Why am I angry? What triggered this reaction? Asking these questions allows us to reclaim power over our impulsive tendencies and begin to manage our emotions in a more constructive way. This approach doesn't invalidate our emotions. Rather, it empowers us to navigate them with wisdom and clarity. It's about transforming what appears to be an uncontrollable outburst into an opportunity for choice. Every time anger surges, remember, it's not just an emotional reaction. It's an opportunity to grow, embodying the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. A Stoic's perspective on anger. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which has endured through the ages, offers a distinct perspective on emotions, especially one as volatile and impactful as anger. What do the Stoics say about it? Simply put, they argue that anger does not stem from external events, but rather from our internal interpretations and judgments of those events. You might wonder, how does that help when you're in the midst of an angry moment? According to Stoicism, the key lies in recognizing our ability to question and adjust our immediate reactions. Take this scenario. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and your instinctive response is anger. Your pulse quickens, frustration builds, and maybe you even lash out verbally. Your mood is soured for hours. Now, here's the Stoic shift. Instead of immediately surrendering to anger, you pause and reflect. Why am I really angry? Is it truly because of the other driver? Or is it because I've allowed their behavior to disturb my peace? This type of reflection is central to the Stoic approach to anger. It's about stepping back and asking, what is actually within my control? You can't change traffic, the behavior of other drivers, or even the fact that you were cut off. But you can always control your response. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means acknowledging them and choosing not to let them dictate your actions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions, anger included, should be indicators, not dictators. They serve as signals that something requires our attention, but they shouldn't drive our actions recklessly. Through this lens, managing anger becomes less about suppression and more about mastery. You're not denying what you feel. You're analyzing it, understanding it, and deciding how to proceed with intention. This shift in perspective is profoundly liberating. Consider how many situations could be handled with less stress if you applied this practice. How much more productive could your conversations be? How much more peace could you bring into your daily life? Stoicism reminds us that virtue is the ultimate good, not just in the moral sense, but in living rationally and wisely, particularly in the face of strong emotions like anger. By striving toward virtue, we can transform anger from a destructive impulse into a force that aligns with our highest values. As we continue this discussion, remember that Stoicism is not merely about enduring life's challenges. It's about thriving in them by harnessing our inner strength and wisdom, turning anger into an opportunity. Now let's go even deeper. How can we take anger, a force so often seen as negative, and turn it into an opportunity for growth? Stoicism isn't just about controlling anger passively. It's about actively using it to cultivate virtue. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is the idea that every obstacle is an opportunity to practice virtue. Anger, like any other challenge, invites us to develop patience, courage, and wisdom. When anger arises, ask yourself, what lesson is hidden within this emotion? Perhaps it's highlighting unrealistic expectations or revealing areas where greater empathy is needed. For instance, imagine a situation at work where a colleague's actions frustrate you repeatedly. Instead of allowing anger to escalate into resentment, use it as an exercise in patience. Each frustrating moment becomes an opportunity to communicate constructively or establish healthy boundaries. Anger, then, becomes a signal, a cue that something within us needs attention. By seeing it through a Stoic lens, we shift from merely suppressing anger to understanding and channeling it into meaningful growth. Stoicism provides us with a pathway to mastery over our emotions. It doesn't mean never feeling anger. Rather, it means gaining the ability to direct it in a productive and virtuous way. And in doing so, we not only elevate our own lives, but also contribute to a more rational and composed world around us. So, as we move forward, let's strive to view each frustrating moment as a chance to apply Stoic wisdom, to grow, to strengthen our self-control, and to embody the resilience that this philosophy teaches. Thank you for being part of this journey. If you're eager to explore Stoic principles even further, check out the next suggested video on your screen. Let's continue to grow together, turning every challenge into an opportunity for self-mastery. See you there.